Good friends of Unboxer, welcome back. In this video I will show you myself cleaning this little puppy over here, which is a Weldback external canister filter for my very heavily stocked 50-gallon aquarium, which I use to keep my, well, let's say my goldfish and the goldfish of some friends while I take care of them if they go for a nice vacation, etc. So stay tuned. Let's go, let's clean this puppy up. So good friends of Unboxer, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much, because thanks to you guys I reached 750 followers on this beautiful channel, which it's a little bit of the representation of myself and what I like to do, etc, etc. This time we're gonna talk about appliances for our fish tanks. In this case, an external filter which I bought on Amazon for around 69 euros, which is around 70 US dollars or pounds. You know, it's around the same. Let me explain you something. This filter by Weldback is not longer available for now. Probably they're gonna restock it or something, but I want to show you guys how dirty it got after some months, and I want to show myself also, because I never opened it. I started it and never touched it for at least 3-4 months. So this has been the lowest maintenance filter ever for me, since I only switched it on. That's it, nothing less, nothing more. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch it off. I got a little power cord here which allows me to switch it off. As you have seen, I've already collected some of the water coming from my aquarium over there, so I can wash the things inside this filter without killing the beneficial bacteria. And now let's try to open this up without making too much of a mess, which is always a good idea. Now let's pull up the little safety for the faucet. Now I will be able to open this up, and as you can see, there is no water coming from these little two pipes, and they will stay primed, which is the most important thing, because I really need them to stay primed. I don't want to go through all this pushing, etc, etc. Okay, so let me put them right here. I don't want to break anything, so okay. Now obviously I've got some water here because, well, the filter is obviously full. So let me try to open it up the safest possible way. Now, first of all, these two little locking latches, and then the ones on the side. Okay, as you heard, some air went back inside the filter. No problem at all. This part of the filter seems to be pretty cool, pretty clean. No big mess. Some debris, as you can see, but nothing exceptional, which is perfectly fine. Let me put it on the floor. Okay, and now let's inspect the canisters. So here we got the last stage of filtration, which is a little messy, to be honest. Obviously we got some C4X and all the nice filtration media, you know, biological filtration. Let me put it here. Let me give it a little thorough wash. Let's see if you can see a little better. Okay, I'm just gonna agitate this one into the aquarium water, okay, so I get some of the debris out. I don't even want to move it too much. It doesn't seem very dirty. It seems okay. So if your biological media it's clean enough, it means that your filter is doing its job, because here clean water should pass through okay? Not much debris at all, otherwise the pores are gonna clog. Alright guys? Okay. Let me put this one on the floor. I don't care. I'm gonna mop anyway later. Let's see the second stage of filtration, which is mechanical filtration. Okay, let me try to show you if it is dirty or not. Let me focus a little better on this part of the job. So, okay, let's pick up this pad. Well, it's dirty enough, but not that much actually. I mean, the tank is super heavily stocked, so you know, I was expecting for something more. Let's be honest here. Okay, so this part is clean enough to reuse, in my humble opinion. Now, I know it's different for some of you. They would rather change this fine filter wool. I understand, but in my opinion, if it's a little dirty, then it's a little primed, which means it has beneficial bacteria, which means it's gonna filter a little more. So I wanna keep this one. Let's see what else I've got here. I've got some sponges. Okay, let me see how dirty they are. Well, not that much, to be super honest with you. I was expecting for something, you know, awful here. Let's see this one. I mean, it's fine enough. I can start to see some debris, you know, some little pieces of food, whatever. No big deal at all. Okay, now let me put this one back. Let me put it back together. So I was expecting for this filter to be a little, you know, messier than this, but apparently my water changing routine is working well enough, so my filter don't get too clogged up and dirty. And as you know, guys, I keep goldfish, and they are pretty messy kind of fish, so you know, I was expecting for my filter to be super messy and super grimy, etc, etc, etc. You know, since I have been traveling a lot and I couldn't keep proper care of my filtration system, cleaning it up, etc., I was really thinking to find out there was a big mess, but thanks God there's none. So let's go on. The last but first stage of filtration, because it's the last little canister, but it's the first stage of filtration. Let me see how messy it is. Let me try to pick up some little sponge and show you. Okay. The debris is not too much, but definitely in the first stage of filtration we are catching up the big chunks of food and whatever fecal matter probably, etc, etc. I'm gonna wash my hands super well, don't worry. But yeah, it's working. It's catching the biggest debris, so it's getting you know, the worst of the water. And so the other stages of filtration have less debris, and they can do their job a little better if we are talking about biological filtration or chemical filtration. I mean, this little filter, let me tell you something, guys. I thought it was gonna be, since it came for cheap, I mean $69.99 is very cheap actually, I thought it was gonna be painfully, you know, difficult to maintain. I thought it was gonna clog up immediately. I thought it was gonna be painfully noisy, etc, etc. It's a very good filter actually. I mean, very nice. Okay, now the sponge is clean enough. Let's see the Japanese mat. I mean, the Japanese mat over here, it's clean, guys. It was sufficient, as you could see, to dump it in water 3-4 times. You know, to make it very clean once again. So I can put back my sponges here, and then we can go and put back our little filter. Now guys, I wanted to show you this because I thought it was gonna be way messier, but well, apparently my water changing routine is working very nicely, which is good. And let me show you something. I thought this filter, I mean, for $69.99 wasn't gonna be that good. You know, I thought I was gonna find out some damage, probably some of the plastic parts deteriorating and something like that. But it's really holding up. I mean, it's been, what, 4 or 5 months? It's holding up like a beast. I love it. I love Welbeck filters. And I paid for it, so I can say if I love it or not. It's not a gift from anyone, it's not a sponsor, so as you know, my channel is too little to be sponsored, but very nifty little filter over here. I love it. Okay, the water is messy enough, but let's see what we got inside the filter. I mean, it seems to be grimy enough so that I want to throw away this water and show you what I got inside the filter. Let's empty it up inside the clear bucket. And a lot of grime it is. Well, I mean, it's not that bad, but you can definitely see some debris which deposited on the bottom of the canister, which is the reason why I'm gonna wash it, you know, real well right now. And then I'm gonna fill it up with the tank water, and then we're gonna plug it back on. Now, let me give you some good advice. If you have the opportunity to do it, pick up some mozzarella trays. In Italy they are pretty easy to find. I understand it might not be the same in your country, wherever you are in the world, but well, a white little tub should be fine. You can buy them for like $1 in USA or £1 in England, and put it as a base for your filtration if it's an external filtration system. Why? Because if it starts leaking, at least you know it started leaking. You can see it from here, and it's not gonna drop on your floor, inside your closet, wherever it is. It's not gonna do any damage. If you check it with any degree of regularity, so every day, you can immediately see if there are some droplets of water, or if it's leaking even seriously. You can see it, you can switch it off, you can repair it, whatever it is. So nice little tray or bucket or whatever you got on the bottom of your external filtration system. Now let's go and let's try to put it back. First tray, very coarse filtration as usual. So the water is gonna pass through the coarse filtration system and get cleaned from the bigger debris. Middle tray, okay, we are gonna try to filter the water even more. So what are we gonna do here? We are gonna try to get the water as clean as possible from any visible debris, so we can get to the last stage of filtration. So we are talking about chemical or biological filtration. So this way your water is gonna get even better, is gonna get even cleaner, is gonna get treated biologically or chemically, especially if you use a carbon, or if you're using, you know, anything like this. And your filtration is not gonna get clogged because the first two stages took care of the debris. Alright guys, now let's go and let's see, by the way, if I can fill this one up by using my aquarium water, using the two little pipes, which, let's be honest, they should be primed enough to give me some water to use here. Let's see. Okay, very nice. I love this. Because you know guys, what you do not want is to air bubbles to form inside your canister filter. It's gonna be noisy, it's not gonna be properly circulating the water, it's gonna be bad, alright? Okay, now it's filled up enough, look, so I can try to close it up, okay? All the bubbles are getting to the surface, so let's see if I can cup this one back. Let me put this one back on, over here. Everything is nice and flat. Okay. Let me put it back to its original position. Very nice. Let me try to close it back up. Very nice. And now let's put back this beautiful inlet and outlet pipe. Okay, as you can see, some air is going back up. Let's see if there is any, if it's necessary by any means to prime it a little bit back on. So, as you can see, some bubbles which were trapped inside are now getting out. And now we can switch this beautiful little beast back on. Obviously, I created, you know, a little switch on my power cord. Okay, now I switched it on. I know it's full of water. I know it's well primed. Listen to this awful noise. It's air bubbles, tiny air bubbles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move it a little bit back and forth so the bubbles are getting out. Alright? Let me see if I can show you this process, guys. It's very easy. This air, it's all trapped inside and we want it to get out. Still getting out some little bubbles. Very nice. We want the filter to be filled up with water, not air bubbles, okay? So, let's shaky once again. Ooh, so much bubbles. Okay, the noise is less and the bubbles are almost done. So we are gonna shake it a little more. We're gonna position it so that if there is any trapped air, it goes right to the outlet pipe. Okay. And here we go. Still some little bubbles. Very nice. Okay guys, so as you can see, my little wellback filter is back again, doing its job, filtrating this very heavily stocked aquarium. The water puppies are all fine, so don't worry, okay? The aquarium is filled up with algae, but don't worry, it's not a show tank or anything like that. We got a bucket shower as filtration. We got a little inside canister filter. We got the sump in the back. And we got the little wellback filter. Now, obviously, this tank is very heavily stocked. It's a grow out tank. Most of the fish I take out and put in my pond when they are big enough to not to be eaten by the other ones. And so yeah, I'm very satisfied, guys. This filter has been amazing. I'll put a little picture of the Amazon page right inside this video, so you can go and look it up. It's a Weltbeck, which I bought for $69.99, originally $89.99. I'm sorry for the garbage bag right there, but I've got to clean this place. I have been traveling for 3 months, so, you know, it has been rough, but I'm fine. The filter, guys, is amazing. It's smooth, painless, and that's what I love about it. Thank you guys for following my channel. I'm sorry for the mess, but, you know, I'm still settling in the new house. I love you all, guys. Thank you so much. Goodbye, and see you soon from Unbox. Bye bye.